So we are going to discuss the concept of middleware, right? Let us write the first two lines. Okay. What is the concept of middleware? The concept of middleware is middleware are functions, and, and these functions are have an access to a request object, the response object, and the next middleware function in the application's request response cycles. Let us write that statement. Middleware functions. These are the functions that have access to the request object, which is called REQ, the response object, which is called request object, and response object, which is called RES, and the next middleware function. The next middleware function in the applications request response cycle. So this is called, we can say, and these functions are also used to modify the request and response objects. But these functions are also used to modify the request and response objects for tasks like parsing request bodies, or we can say adding response headers, etc. Adding response, etc. So overall concept is these are the functions that have an access to the request object and the response object, and additionally the next middleware function in the application's requests and response cycle, overall cycle you can say. So, and these functions are used to modify the requests and response objects, like passing the request bodies. What is the concept of request bodies means? When user is entering something data at input elements, that is called, we can say, body. Requesting from the form, we can say, request bodies, and doing some process and getting an output is, we can say, a response headers. Okay, how these will work? Let us write. So the first two lines are common, that is express and app express, and then let us create a simple request time logger. I just wants to, when you want to use the concept of displaying some data at particular router, I mean directly, then you can go with get method. And when you are using the concept of somewhere else that there is a functionality and you are going to render that functionality, then you have to go with the use button, sorry, use function, right? Here, if you open Express router, we then given a call and then given a require, and this is we have use a built-in method given a call that is rendering that given file. Right now, this is what I'm saying. And in the same way, a next also a middleware concept also is used to refer in such a way. That is app dot use, write a function with request response, additionally next. In this, for time being, console.log, and then a new request received at, a new request is received at, let us write a date constructor, I mean a date object. From that, write a now function. And we have, what is the concept? We have a concept, or we have to modify, or it can be modified the request and response in the total overall request and response by application cycle. So here you will be using the next built-in function. It is just taking that if it is having any error, or if it is having any request or any some response that has to update, then everything that is overall in the response cycle, sorry, in the request and response continuous cycle of an application, and next is going to take a participation of moving from one functionality to another functionality. Okay, here We are just making something a simple functionality to for each and every time a user is requested something and that we are going to show an output. So of course that is common. What is that? App dot listen, which is at sorry 3000. Okay. So let us now what this next function is going to do here. It is used to let me write here for time being. This okay, let me write like this. It tells more processing is requested for the current request and is the next middleware function or route handler. So the concept is it tells more processing is requested for the current request and is next middleware, that is what we can say, and that is what we can say next middleware function is going to handle for each and every time a request is made, and next is given a call again a request and getting a response. So continuously a cycle is executing based on the user requesting and getting a response. Let us see that output. So node space or node mod space. Then here, what is it? File name 04. It is expecting a request. Okay, open the browser. We have requested. We have requested actually, but there is no point of opening an output. But I mean, we did not given a concept of get of URL and what you can say in the particular URL is request response dot send. But what we have done, we have written a console dot log. So we have to just see here, and it is showing in the format of timestamp. We even can change to date string as we have some built-in functions even at JavaScript also. So to date string and some that will be changed to the format where we can read. So this is what you have requested and it's still ready to accept one more request. That is what once again if you request Then again,